So let's start with a type of reaction. Type of chemical reaction. There are 4 types of chemical reaction given in your book: direct combination, decomposition, displacement, and double decomposition. Nucleation reaction is also there, reversible reaction is there, oxidation reaction, reduction reaction, redox reaction, these are also there. So let's start with direct combination reaction. A reaction in which 2 or more substance combined to form a new substance. 2 or more than 2 combine and form a new substance. Suppose A is a substance and B is a substance, react and form AB. That is combination reaction. A reaction in which 2 or more substance combine together to form a single substance. So suppose I'll take example: carbon reacts with oxygen, form carbon dioxide. 2 substance combine and form another substance. Iron reacts with sulfur and form FeS, ferrous sulfide. 2 substance combine and forms a new substance. Sulfur dioxide reacts with oxygen and forms sulfur trioxide. Direct combination reaction, here 2 elements combined, carbon and oxygen, they are 2 elements, they combine and form a compound. Iron and sulfur, they are elements, they combine and form a compound. But here one compound SO2 and one element oxygen, they are also combined and form SO3, sulfur trioxide. That means 2 elements combined and form compound, one compound and one elements combine and form compound, and here 2 compounds combined, NH3 and HCl, they are compounds. So NH3 and HCl combine and form ammonium chloride. Ammonia and hydrochloric acid reacts and form ammonium chloride. So this is direct combination reaction or synthesis reaction, where 2 or more than 2 compounds combine and form a substance. Second one is decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction, a simple substance or a substance split or break into 2 and more than 2 substances. A substance splits and form 2 and more substance by using heat, light, that means sunlight, or electric current. So here these are the example we use. HGO on heating breaks mercury and oxygen. AgCl in presence of sunlight, no need to heat, AgCl in presence of sunlight breaks into Ag and chlorine. And here H2O, electric current when you passes, this H2O breaks into hydrogen and oxygen. Here calcium carbonate on heating breaks into calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. So what is new here? Again, a compound breaks into 2 elements. A compound breaks into 2 elements. Again, a compound breaks into 2 elements. But here a compound breaks into 2 compound, different compound. This is decomposition reaction. A simple definition: a simple substance splits or break into 2 or more than 2 substances. Digestion of food, the human life, a digestion of food also a decomposition reaction. Here the food breaks into glucose and sugar. The protein we take, it is also break into amino acid. So these are the example of decomposition reaction. Definition: a reaction in which a simple substance splits or breaks into two or more than two substances with the help of heating or sunlight or electric current. Clear? Then displacement reaction. The definition: displacement reaction, more reactive elements displace less reactive element from its salt. So for this you have to know the reactivity. What is the meaning of these reactive elements? So here there is a reactivity series. In this reactivity series, this hydrogen is very important. Less than hydrogen, below hydrogen, the elements are less reactive, and above hydrogen the elements are more reactive. Above hydrogen the elements are more reactive. That means Pb, lead is less reactive than Fe. Fe is more reactive. Why? Because above hydrogen. So this is this much, but Fe more. Zinc is more reactive than iron. As we go up, the reactivity increase. Fourth, aluminum is more reactive than zinc. Then magnesium is more reactive than aluminum. Then calcium is more reactive than magnesium. Then sodium is more reactive than calcium, and then potassium is more reactive than sodium. That means potassium is the highly reactive metal. Sodium also highly reactive metal, but not more than potassium. Calcium also highly reactive metal, but not more than sodium and potassium. So that means as we go up, reactivity increase, and as we go down, reactivity decrease. Potassium is reactive, sodium is less reactive than potassium, calcium is less reactive than potassium and sodium, magnesium is less reactive than potassium, sodium and calcium, aluminum is less reactive than potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium. Okay. So as we go up, reactivity increase, and as we go down, reactivity decrease. That means platinum is less reactive. These four are less reactive, but platinum is least reactive, we can say, than gold, than silver, than mercury. So above hydrogen is highly reactive metals, and below hydrogen they are less reactive metals. So now more reactive metal displace less reactive metal. Here CuSO4 plus Zn. Now you see here CuSO4 and Zn. So Cu is and Zn. Now go to the series. Zn is here, and where is Cu? I think here is Cu. Here is Cu. So Cu is here. So that means Zn is highly reactive than copper. So highly reactive metal displace copper from its salt. Now Zn is combined. That's why it is ZnSO4 plus Cu. Here magnesium reacts with H2SO4. So here magnesium, and this one H2 hydrogen. So hydrogen is here and magnesium is here. That means magnesium is highly reactive than hydrogen. So highly reactive metals are powerful. So they displace the hydrogen from its salt. So displace H2. So when displace H2, H2 is alone and Mg combined with SO4. So this is displacement reaction. We can take one more example. Suppose we take Zn plus HCl or Zn plus H2SO4. If you take, so what happened? ZnSO4 plus H2. Zinc, where is zinc? Here. And where is hydrogen? Here. As we go up, the reactivity increase. That means zinc is more reactive than hydrogen. So what zinc do? zinc displace hydrogen from its salt. Okay, remove and Zn go here. So Zn plus H2. So this is displacement reaction. Definition: more reactive elements displace less reactive elements from its salt. So it is easy to understand by reactivity series. They are the more reactive elements and they are the less reactive. Above hydrogen they are reactive and below hydrogen they are less reactive. Now double decomposition reaction. Two compounds in a solution reacts to form a new compound by mutual exchange of their salt, or you can say of their radicals. Mutual exchange means, suppose AB is a compound and CD is a compound. So see, they mutual exchange. A is with B and C is with D. Now after reaction, the mutual exchange. A is now with D, A is now with D, and B is now with C, CB. That means they are mutual exchange. A is with D and C is with B. Just like a title change. Suppose name Rahul, Raj, and plus Prince, Singh. So now Rahul becomes Singh and Prince become Raj. Clear? That means their title change. Rahul becomes Singh and Prince become Raj. That is double decomposition. Two compounds in a solution reacts to form new compounds by mutual exchange. A is with B and C is with D. But mutual exchange, A is now with D. Then what about C? C is now with B. Rahul, Raj title, Prince, Singh a title. So now Rahul is with Singh. So what about Prince? Prince is with Raj. So similar like this. So here BaCl2 and Na2SO4. Now what happened? Ba is with Cl2. Now Ba is with SO4. BaSO4. So what about Na2? So Na is with Cl. So 2NaCl. One more example, AgNO3 with NaCl, silver nitrate with sodium chloride. So Ag is with NO3. Now what happened? Ag is with Cl, AgCl, and Na is with NO3, NaNO3. So BaCl2 plus Na2SO4 forms BaSO4 plus 2NaCl. This is double decomposition reaction. Example of double decomposition reaction, and it is also example of precipitate reaction. Here this arrow is defined that this BaSO4 is precipitate, and precipitate means what? Now precipitate means a solid insoluble substance. Here AgNO3 plus NaCl. So Ag is with Cl, AgCl, and Na is with NO3, NaNO3. So this is decomposition reaction. Now one more topic, that is neutralization reaction. Simple definition: neutralization reaction means when acid reacts with base forms salt and water. When acid reacts with base forms salt and water. So there is an example. HCl is a acid and base is NaOH. So NaOH base plus acid or acid plus base, same thing. So base reacts with acid forms salt, NaCl is a salt and H2O is water. This is called neutralization reaction. Base KOH plus acid HNO3 form salt KNO3 and plus water. Here PbO, that is base, HNO3 acid reacts and form PbNO3 whole 2 plus H2O. This is salt and this is water. CuO, copper oxide, reacts with H2SO4, that is base, and this is acid, H2SO4 reacts and form Na2SO4. Sorry, this is not Na2SO4, that is CuSO4, I think. It is CuSO4. It is CuSO4 plus 2H2O. Now, what is the definition? The definition is acids reacts with base. Acid reacts with base. Okay. So, acid HCl, HNO3, HNO3, H2SO4, they are acid and they are base. NaOH, KOH, PbO, CuO. But this NaOH and KOH are known as alkali. Why? Because they are soluble in water. Generally, what is the definition of alkali? The definition is generally bases are not soluble in water, but those bases which are soluble in water known as alkali. Generally, bases are not soluble in water, but those bases which are soluble in water, that is some exception bases which are soluble in water, known as alkalis. So, NaOH is an alkali, that means soluble in water. KOH is an alkali because that is soluble in water. And PbO and CO, they are base, insoluble in water. Clear? So, base reacts with acids, form salt and water. CO plus H2SO4 forms CuSO4 plus 2H2O. PbO plus 2HNO3 forms PbNO3 whole 2 plus H2O. This is salt, this is water. KOH plus HNO3, this is base, alkali, and this is acid. The alkalis are base because they are bases which are soluble in water. So, they form salt and water. So, these are the example of neutralization reaction. Now, what is the use of this neutralization reaction in our daily life? When someone is stung by a bee, that is honey bee. Someone when stung by a honey bee, what do? We use some old iron and rub that point where the honey bee stung. What the honey bee do? The honey bee use some formic acid which is enters into our skin. Suppose here a honey bee stung. So, that means the honey bee use some formic acid which is enters into our skin. Now, we use some old iron, suppose key. So, this old iron means it is a iron oxide, and iron oxide means what? That is metal oxide, and metal oxide means what? They are base. So, when you use that iron, that key and rub into our skin, that means you use that metal oxide in our skin. So, this is base, and honeybee use formic acid in our skin. So, that means this acid reacts with that base. So, when acid reacts with that base, the salt and water is formed. Simple thinking, salt and water is formed. So, which can be reached when someone is stung by a bee, formic acid enters the skin and gives pain, which can be relieved by rubbing a spot with a slack lime or baking soda, or you can use that old iron keys. So, this is the use. Suppose an acid that is accidentally split into our cloths or a body. So, it can be neutralized by using ammonia solution, which is basic in nature. That means that base and that acid reacts and form salt and water. Our farmer use also this neutralization reaction. Sometimes the soil is acidic and thus unfavorable for growing of a certain crops. So, what they use? They use some lime, that is known as a lime culture. So, they use some slack lime. So, that means the acidic nature of that soil reacts with that slack lime, that means basic in nature. So, they react and form salt and water. So to remove the acidic nature of soil, the farmer use slack lime. So these are the example application of nutrition reaction in our daily life. Clear? Now endothermic and exothermic reaction. Exothermic means in this reaction heat is given out, and endothermic means in this reaction heat is absorbed. So by some example you can easily understand. When carbon reacts with oxygen, that means when carbon is burned, it forms carbon dioxide and heat. Coal, when coal is burned in presence of oxygen, because oxygen is a combustible gas, so it is formed carbon dioxide and heat. Methane, that is used in our daily life, methane, that is the natural gas cylinder. So methane in presence of oxygen burned form carbon dioxide, very little, water vapor, and huge amount of energy, heat energy is released. Calcium oxide in presence of water reacts and form calcium hydroxide, and huge amount of heat is released. In our respiration, we take oxygen, but when we release carbon dioxide, so when we release carbon dioxide as well as heat also produce, you can easily check it. And when you realize, then you realize that it is carbon dioxide with some heat. So these are the example of exothermic reaction where heat is given out. And what about endothermic reaction? The reaction in which heat is absorbed. Carbon reacts with sulfur on heating and it produces CS2. Formation of nitric oxide. At 3000 degrees centigrade it forms when nitrogen and oxygen reacts at 3000 degrees centigrade. That means we need heat, we need energy. So it is endothermic reaction. One more very familiar, photosynthesis. What happened? Photosynthesis always occur in a day. That means in presence of sunlight. That means there is a energy need in form of sunlight. So that means this is endothermic reaction, the example of endothermic reaction. Clear? So that's all for today.